What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of the week. It's time for the weekly rotation, and I've got some great options. Once again, just some newer stuff to the collection. One that's basically a new hype beast, the original from Lattafa. We've got Asad Zanzibar actually starting the week off. I just did a full review on that one this past week. Got some really good stuff here, and you probably saw the title in the thumbnail. So I remade those. And yeah, here's the dirty little secret though. Any fragrance can get you a compliment. It's more than the fragrance that matters in those situations. Approachability, just that we've been over it so many times, guys. Not just a fragrance is required to have somebody tell you something nice. So these all smell really good though and have a high probability. So let's talk about them. It's week number 222 in the weekly rotation. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, as promised, I wore it during the day, I wore it in the evening, I had wore it in the evening the day before. Lattafa's Asad Zanzibar, the original tropical fragrance from them. So I do get this nice tropical, sugary type of coconut because of the tonka here. It's not super sugary sweet, but there is a nice tonka sweetness here that makes it a sweeter coconut, but not like Le Beau Le Parfum kind of sweet coconut, because I know some people want to compare it to Le Beau. I think this is so much more of its own thing. I get where people want to tie the relation to it, but this is not Le Beau. Beautiful fragrance though. I can see why this one's getting some hype and people are enjoying it. Smells great, great atomizer. At the top, it's got this saltwater meets slightly sweet coconut type of smell. Beautiful, tropical, and aquatic. That's what people love during this time of year. And then the incense tonka combo dries into this roasted tonka bean smell is what it comes down to me. I wouldn't call this some very smoky fragrance. Typically, incense really stands out on my skin, and it does pop a little bit on my skin here. It doesn't overtake the fragrance like certain frankincense oils do on my skin. Normally, my skin chemistry will, bring incense, it will make incense come to life in a fragrance composition when it's in there. Here, it's present but not overly prominent. Like I said, if anything, it adds this dark roasted feel to the tonka, and it's a great performer. This stuff goes all day and then some, easily. 12 plus hours has been my experience. And then the projection isn't room filling, but if you're a heavy sprayer, yeah, it's going to fill a room. Moderate sprayers, it's going to be very strong, very pronounced. And then the sillage here is actually pretty good. I'm quite enjoying it. I can see why people are hyping it up. Lattafa Asad Zanzibar all day long. Moving into Monday, I'm quite a fan of this one. It's basically a blue fragrance. It's a simple note breakdown. The ambergris here just smells like Ambroxan with pepper and vanilla. It is Le Male Lover, the newest flanker in the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male line. I quite like it. It's pretty simplistic and straightforward. I could see it being kind of boring and redundant for some people, but I quite like it. Yes, it's based around vanilla, but it's like this slightly dry, almost powdery like vanilla. It's got a little bit of just a touch of like a bubblegum sage kind of feel to it, even though they don't list sage. Kind of get a little bit of that smell to it. It even has almost like a sweeter blue because of the way the vanilla is so prominent in this one. The pepper's not overtaking the fragrance, but there's a nice peppered spice to it. It's actually pretty good. I quite like it. Performance is really good on this one as well. I'm working on a full review right now. Probably this upcoming week, the full review will be out on this one. I like it. Don't knock it before you try it. I actually quite like the bottle too. I like the color scheme with the, I guess it would be technically tattoo work on the torso and everything. I like it. It's good stuff. I like both of Jean Paul Gaultier's new fragrances with the new Le Beau flanker as well as the new Le Male flanker. So if you're a fan of either line, if you're a fan of the Le Male line, you'll probably like this during the day, Le Male Lover. And then when I got the shower, now this is refreshing. This is Paris Corner's Pear Potion. I was told this is kind of like Escada plus pear. Never smelled Escada, so I don't know. But I can tell you it's a juicy and zesty, spiced, fresh, fruity smell. And it is quite lovely. Fresh out the shower in the evenings, it'll brighten you up. Really brighten your mood. It's very uplifting. This is going to be great in the summertime. This has a bit of a, summer daytime tropical poolside type of feel to it. I'm quite a fan. This is one I would definitely encourage checking out if you like fresh fruity fragrances. I don't really find it leans all that feminine. There's a little bit of a floral tone, but the spices here kind of reel it back from really being all that feminine to me. And performance seems to be in that average range, but pretty good stuff. Out the Shower, Paris Corners, Pear Potion. Moving into Tuesday, this is one of my favorite releases of the year so far. If you like fresh and green for the spring, you'll probably like Hermes H24 Herbe Vives. So the way I've been describing this one is it smells like the stem of, name that flower, rose, lily, carnation, whatever. The green stem of the flower. That's what it smells like to me, pulling them out of a vase, like dripping with water, fresh woodsy green. It has the metallic smell from H24, so it does tie directly to the DNA. It does smell like it belongs in the H24 line. And it's very linear. It doesn't change from start to finish. It's the same fragrance. It lasts, 6 to 8 hour range in longevity for me. It's not overly strong and loud, but present and pronounced for an hour to 2 hour range. I like it. If you like either version, previously the EDT or the EDP of H24, you should really try this fragrance. They did a good job. I like what they're doing with this DNA. It's an unnatural smell because it's very metallic, cold metal kind of smell here. And I don't know, it's just something oddly attractive about it. This is, I think, a beautiful fragrance, especially for the warmer weather. If you like fresh green, you should really get your nose on H24 Herbe Vives. And then when I got the Shower, basically the Eau de Parfum version of Versace Man Eau Fresh. This is Armaf's Aura Fresh. I had featured in the video, and I was in the mood to wear it. So you will lose some of the brightness up top, some of the projection of Versace Man Eau Fresh, because that's a lower oil concentration. It's an eau de toilette. This is an eau de parfum. They nailed down the scent profile. You get that star fruit, watery citrus, a little sour. Star fruit's a little on the sour side. Musky, a little fresh, spicy, very aquatic. Beautiful fragrance. This lasts a little bit longer for me. You can get it around 25, 30 bucks. Last I checked, the link below, it's, I want to say in the high 20s. I get around 8 hours out of this, where I get typically around 6 out of Versace Man Eau Fresh. It's not a huge difference, but 2 hours is still 2 hours. And it's quite good. I have to say, if I was deciding between getting Versace Man Eau Fresh and just getting this, I'd probably just get this, which is rare. Not too often I'll choose the inspired fragrance over the original, but if you like Versace Man Eau Fresh and want one that lasts a little bit longer, at least for me it does. There's no guarantees it will for you, but it's definitely good stuff. High compliment factor fragrance too. Ties right into what we're talking about here today. Out the Shower, Armaf's Aura Fresh. Moving into Wednesdays, the brand new release that's still in pre-order from Maison Daba. It's amazing how they turned a rose oud fragrance, because it is based around rose and oud, and it's very vibrant, fresh, and bright for the spring and summer. It's Maison Daba's Rebirth. This is gorgeous. A little powdery, very fresh, super aromatic. And I love the way the rose comes across here. It's not too thick and jammy of a rose. It's more of a fresh, watery type of rose. The vanilla is not overdone. It is a little powdery, a bit floral. Peony and rose dominate this fragrance. The saffron gives it a little tingle of spice and really more of a metallic feel, kind of adding to this cooling tone that it has at the top, more than being warm spicy. Saffron can do so many different things depending on the type of saffron oil that's used and the way it's blended and balanced with other notes to create different accords. Saffron, it might be, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, might be the most interesting note in perfumery to me, because it can do so many different things. It can come across so many different ways. It can be leathery, it can be ambery, it can be hot and fiery spiced, it can be metallic. Interesting, right? I've always found that to be interesting. It's just spitballing out loud about it, like, it's an interesting oil. And it's used well here. It doesn't warm the fragrance up. And that's the crazy thing here. I'm talking about saffron, vanilla, rose, and oud, and it's actually quite fresh and vibrant. They did some really good work here, I have to say. Definitely worth sampling. They do have samples on the website. Grab a sample and try this one for yourself. Performance is phenomenal as well. I clocked it at 10 hours before I took my shower, and it was not a faint skin scent yet. During the day, the new Maison Daba Rebirth. And then when I got out the shower, it was time for a good shave, and this has kind of been my go-to. This is my Dior Sauvage aftershave splash. It's technically called an aftershave lotion, but it is indeed a splash. And You can see how much I've been using that. This is, I go anosmic to this very quickly. This will, I mean, splashing this, because I mean, it goes right here because I trim here, and then of course my neck and my head. So it gets splashed from the neck up all over the place. So I go nose blind very fast to this one. It smells so good. My wife loves when I use this one too. That's one of the things that keeps me going back, is my wife's been really enjoying this being the aftershave that I use. Because when I shave, it's in the evening. It's when we're winding down, you know, on the couch or in bed watching TV together, just kind of lounging and winding down to end the day. So she loves the way this smells. So it's kind of been working out. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it too, but I can't smell it after a few minutes, so it becomes irrelevant to me. Makes my skin feel really good though. So that's the two bonuses. For an aftershave splash, this is actually makes my skin feel great. Doesn't have the sting of heavy alcohol. It's actually quite good. I wonder how many people have never given this a shot. It's actually for you wet shavers. It's actually a pretty good aftershave splash. And then my wife absolutely loves when I wear it. So there's two big factors on a reason to wear it. So when I do run out of this, I will buy more. This will be a rebuy, and this will be a bottle I finish possibly this year, maybe beginning of next year, because I still have more than half, but I love this stuff. It's great. Out the shower, had a good shave with Dior Sauvage. Moving into Thursday, the new version of a very polarizing fragrance, because some people won't like this one, and some people don't like this one, and some people really appreciate it, myself included. It's Tom Ford's Oud Minerale. This is the new version. I love the way they did the signature bottle with this one. The copper and the browns and the texturing to the bottle. Love it. Saltwater aquatic, kind of a dry rotted wood meets waterlogged wood type of smell. I know it's a contradictory description, but it's what it smells like to me. And some people have said I totally get where you're coming from. Maybe not everybody will walk the path with me on that one, but it's how I interpret it. Lovely, lovely fragrance. Actually has a level of intrigue that makes it more of a dressier occasion aquatic, if you will. Warmer weather, yeah, because it is a saltwater aquatic at its core, but the way the oud comes across here, it comes across almost like a combination of driftwood and oud. And there might even be that in the notes. I don't remember, but very good stuff. Very good. I have the previous version in 30 ml. Smells exactly the same. Performs exactly the same. Nothing's really changed here. So buy with confidence if you were looking for a replacement for your old bottle. But during the day, Tom Ford's Oud Minerale. Then we got the shower. Speaking of fragrances my wife loves, if you want a Ventus cologne on a budget, it's pretty close. It's Reyane Tradition Insurrection 2 Sport. Very much smells like a Ventus cologne. Has that citrus, pink pepper, vetiver, and spice. It's quite good. Quite good, I gotta say. Doesn't last super long, but better than some of the other ones in the line. It's like a 6-hour fragrance on my skin. I'm quite a fan of this one. This is another one that I had just featured in the video. Same video as Armaf Aura Fresh. And I had it on my desk. I said, why the hell not? Let's rock it. My wife told me right away, ooh, you smell really good tonight. Here you go. Like 22 bucks. Look, is it the way to go over a Ventus cologne? No, a Ventus cologne is so much better. But a Ventus cologne is so much more expensive too. So you got to keep that in mind. This is a pretty close experience. Not a one-to-one experience. I would say it's like 80% of the experience because there's a huge quality drop-off. And it's not the exact same blend and balancing and not perfumed by the same people. And you get it. Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. But for 22 bucks, it's pretty hard to beat. I highly recommend this one if you want a great affordable option to smell like a Ventus cologne. Out the shower, Reyane Tradition Insurrection 2 Sport. Moving into Friday, during the day and doubled up in the evening, out the shower. Again, another one I'm working on a full review for. It should be out this week. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm still torn. Do I like this more than bright leather? I don't know, because I just smelled bright leather again yesterday. But Ferragamo's Red Leather, the newest release in the line. The only one I don't have is spicy leather, which I will secure this year. This is actually full of citrus. Iris. Nice, soft, powdery floral tone here. Not overdone with iris, but very noticeable. Iris, leather, and citrus is kind of how you can look at this one. With a phenomenal atomizer, as you can see. You got some green spice in here as well. The rosemary kind of stands out. A bit of ginger adds a little bit of a creamy tone to kind of make that soft, powdery feel of the iris enhanced. At least that's kind of how I interpret it, because it's not super spicy, it's not crisp and bright. It comes across as more of a lightly creamy type of ginger note, because there is some spice here. But again, that ginger iris combo working hand in hand with some citruses and some rosemary and this leather accord. And I feel like it's pretty much the same blonde leather accord that's in bright leather. This is kind of like built upon bright leather is how I see it. And there's been nuance and layers added to it with the ginger and the iris. And performance is slightly above average in that 6 to 8 hour range. It's a good one. When this hits discounters, I strongly encourage you guys checking it out. I bought it directly from Ferragamo for $105. I don't regret it. I wanted to get it right away, and I'm glad I did, because I very much have been enjoying it. This is a beautiful fragrance. During the day and out the shower, Ferragamo Red Leather. Finally, on Saturday, one of the more polarizing fragrances from Xerjoff. This is Amabile. I bought it specifically because of the color of the bottle. It's like a high-vis yellow. Funny thing, and I hope you see this, sir, because you made me laugh out loud. This was an actual real-life LOL when it happened. On my Sin of the Day short video, I had a guy say, because I mentioned in it how I bought it because of the bottle, because it's the truth. And he's like, it's the same color as spearmint. I'm pausing for effect here and letting everybody have that sink in. It's the same color as spearmint. You know, call me crazy. And some have. I don't recall spearmint being yellow. Maybe it's me. I think spearmint's more of a green than a bright yellow. Could be wrong, though. You made me laugh out loud, sir. I hope you're having a great St. Patrick's Day if you see this. The fragrance, though, strange one. Green apple. But not every green apple fragrance you've smelled. The way the woods and the spice and the citrus blend together, it's actually the most unique apple-dominant fragrance I've ever smelled. It's a strange one, but I like it. I like it a lot. I bought it on a whim because I like the color of the bottle, and I just assumed that's Xerjoff. It's probably going to at least be pretty good. I think it's very, very good, actually. I think this is a great fragrance, dare I say. That I could see why it's polarizing and some people won't like, but I actually appreciate the uniqueness while still having this fresh vibe that really fits the scene of where I live. I mean, I'm 3 minutes away from feet in the sand, guys. A 3-minute drive from my feet in the sand. Now, I wouldn't call this the most tropical fragrance out there, but there's definitely a summery vibe to it. And I quite like it. It's above average performance. It's around 7 to 8 hours in longevity for me. This is a great smelling fragrance because throughout the day, my wife definitely did let me know how good I was smelling. I would encourage sampling this one. This is far from a safe blind buy and far from the most expensive Xerjoff you can get. But it might be one of the more unique apple experiences you ever have if you like green apple in a fragrance. I think it's quite good. During the day, Xerjoff Amabile. And then when I got out the shower, oh, buddy, you like tropical? You like mango? You'll probably like mango punch. This is supposed to be their interpretation from Paris Corner of mango skin from Wilhelm Parfumerie, is my understanding. I've never smelled the Wilhelm, but this is beautiful. I literally wore this last night because it's Sunday around 11:12 a.m. Central while I'm recording this. And this is beautiful. Now, this one versus Pear Potion leans a little bit more feminine. The florals stand out a bit more, but juicy, tropical, fruit juice kind of smell with some florals, a touch of spice, but the white floral tone stands out more. Ripe, like mango pineapple kind of smell. I don't even remember if pineapple's in here. I think there's some purple fruits in here also. This is some good stuff. Oh, man. Both this and Pear Potion, if you like fresh and fruity fragrances. Now, this one's a little sweeter than Pear Potion. Man, this is good. This is some good stuff. Another one kind of average performance, 6-7 hour range and longevity, but this is going to be such a great option during the summertime. This is such a beach vibe. So tropical. Mango, 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 mango. I love mango in a fragrance. I have so many mango fragrances. It's unreal at this point, but this is one I would encourage you checking out. Out the shower, Paris Corners, and Mango Punch. Well, that's my weekly rotation for week number 222. And I appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. What'd you guys wear this week? definitely comment down below. I love reading what you guys have been spraying on your skin and seeing if you're as seasonal as me or if we had any matches anywhere in the week. Because it doesn't have to be the same day, but you know, you never know. Like, did you happen to wear Xerjoff Amabile? What's the likelihood of that? You never know, right? So thank you once again for watching, and until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the fragrances I wore this past week and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.